back in the jungle, and I'm delighted to say that I am joined again by legendary naturalist documentary series.
I was attacked by monkeys.
Well, yes, it's good to see you up and about again. You're recovered?
I'm feeling very much better.
Oh, good.
Even though they ate my fingers
Yes.
and some of my camera crew.
Oh, well, let's hope that other than that, there's no lasting
Have
harm
you heard
done.
the music of Sasha Distal?
I
At
have.
night, he must come down to the forest floor
Right.
in order to find a mate. And there,
right.
he's vulnerable to predators.
Is he?
Like this small, yellow animal made entirely from discarded sections of the player's handbook.
I'm not sure. Anyway, well, thank you for. It's good to see you up and about again. But maybe we should push on. As always, we're grateful for any ratings or reviews you can leave us on your podcast app of choice, be that Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever. You can find us on Twitter at Billowing Hilltop. You can find us on Facebook, and as always, you can email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com. We'd love to hear from you. That's it. I've got no other news or information. Somebody maybe stop him wandering off. No other news or information. So let us push on with episode 107 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Meet the Beetles. Right, where were we?
I have no idea because
Well-
I haven't played for a few weeks. So can you fill me in on?
Have you got no idea what's
I
going
have
on?
no idea.
Well, that
Okay,
makes
well, you
at
missed a
least
bit
one
then.
of us.
We're in the Ziggurat,
What Ziggurat?
Yes. Ziggurat, old boy.
in the jungle, in the lands that wait.
Right.
Yes.
Have I got that right, Mike? Bonus
Yes.
points? Bonus points?
That's
Have 9 special
Extra
points.
experience.
additional. I think
Secret
deserve an
points.
Orch dice for that.
How did we get here?
Steady on. You were sent here by Marcus Doombringer.
Yeah.
Readers, you know this. Dan doesn't know it, so we'll do a sort of mixture of a sort of recap and a sort of catch up for Dan. So Marcus sent you through the teleporty magic window, and you arrived in the lands that wait, in the jungle, in exactly, seemingly, the spot that Parker saw in his vision of the jungle when you were in the lair of Zerksog, which is probably something else you also don't remember. But anyway, your view was of a ruined city, overgrown with vegetation or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the centre of which is a giant ziggurat, and on top of the ziggurat there is actually a handout, which I will show you now,
Okay.
on top of which is this sort of weird structure,
Yeah.
and surrounding
Like a
which
cactus.
is this black obsidian wall, 30 feet high, a ring just inset, like it's just been dropped as a whole contiguous thing onto the city to just sort of seal off the middle and the ziggurat.
Right. Okay.
They hadn't been there for long before stuff started gathering in their foliage around them, creatures that sounded like they were approaching in numbers, and Session spotted flying around in the forest canopy further away from the city, or about a quarter of a mile behind you, as it were, something which you think might be a beholder
Oh.
Gas ball.
that Johnny is
So
convinced is a gas ball.
1 hit point.
Or whatever it is, it was flying around and it started getting closer, and Alessandra snuck off to have a bit of a scout about. The rest of you hung around for a bit but then followed in. You climbed over the wall. Alessandra had a pop at the beholder at long range with a bow shot and thinks she properly pinged it, like properly hurt it, but also feels that from that point onwards the beholder was aware of you. You thought it best to just keep going into the middle. You went over the wall. Anybody want to tell Dan what's on the other side of the wall?
Maggots.
Lots of little tiny worms in the ground.
There are little green worms, like little miniature versions of the green worms that you've struggled with in the past. Occasionally break the surface of the ground. Easy to avoid. Not a kind of present threat, but you wouldn't want to fall asleep out there.
Mm-hmm.
You saw a vision when you got to this part of the city. A vision that I'm not going to rehash for you now.
Who
But it's-
who saw the vision?
All of you
Right.
were seized by this vision, effectively like a kind of augmented reality style thing painted over the actuality of the city. Was a vision of the city when it was whole and new and white and shiny and
Right.
fresh, with this bad guy and people chanting the name Kyuss. This guy you therefore assume must be Kyuss, probably in Kyuss's human form. That's what your guess is.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Having seen the vision, you started working your way into the Ziggurat. There are 2 entrances to the Ziggurat. If you look at on our map, you should be able to see the 2 entrances to the Ziggurat. You went through the eastern entrance into a little, what we're calling the eastern atrium.
Mhm.
Nothing much happened there. Some very large stone double doors opened, and then since then, everything's kicked off. some sort of hybrid Naga giant green worm creature flew up out of the pit in the middle of this giant chamber that we're calling the Hall
Of
of
welcome.
And you had some fun with that. It's got some horrible gaze attack. It did some nasty things. I would say it was 50-50 between you lot and it.
What was?
The battle.
Right.
I would say honours even at a certain point.
Right.
Buggy had sort of tried to engage with it. Alessandra tried to engage with it. You pinged a couple of spells at it. You definitely feel you damaged it quite significantly. It paralysed Buggy at one point, but then Burple freed Buggy
Okay.
using a restoration spell. That's a restoration.
Restoration.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the other doors opened. Doors to the north, doors to the south. The doors to the south we'll get to in a bit, but basically it's dark through there. There is a suggestion of flickering torchlight and the suggestion of what looks like the ends of some bookcases. So it looks like some kind of library or study. Door to the north is a torture chamber. There are torture instruments that you can see silhouetted against the walls. There's a green light spilling out from in that torture chamber that's generated by uncountable thousands of these green worms pressed up against glass walls. Emerging from the torture chamber has flown something that looks like a sort of corrupted angelic figure. Androgynous, winged, with arms that turned into flaming green swords as it flew towards Alessandra.
So that's
but before that happened,
The green-based thing. Yeah.
before that happened, another figure entered. We also have a handout for this character, an armoured
Yes, Knight. Yes.
figure with the mouths of horrid green worms for eyes in its eye sockets, crawling with worms, and it was whispering and seeming to be giving out instructions in some awful eldritch language. At its bidding, it seems the Naga has slithered away back down the pit.
Right.
Uncle Buggy cast a sleet storm to try and slow this thing down. The sleet storm got dispelled, and this thing has clanked its way into the centre of the chamber.
What's the other green kind of thing with the sword?
That is Noel Edmonds.
That's Noel Edmonds. Got it. Okay. And can I ask, so I did a lesser restoration. I have 1 second level
Yep.
spell crossed off. Is that it?
Probably. And you cast a synaptic static.
Yep.
And you cast dissonant whispers a couple of times, I think. Certainly once.
I've got 2 third levels crossed off.
Yep.
Right.
I don't have a synaptic static crossed.
No, I don't think we did that one. I think we did dissonant whispers.
Oh, in
we
the end you
talked
didn't
about
bother. Okay.
synaptic stuff.
The point is my lesser restoration is a celestial spell, so it's not a normal third level. So it doesn't come off my
Right.
third level, my second level spells.
Okay.
Understood?
And what's
Okay.
that green thing that looks like Bugs Bunny there?
That's
the thing that's attacking
winged
Alessandra.
thing with the flaming
Where we left
sword.
things was that this weird angelic corrupted thing has flown out of the northern room, the torture chamber, directly at Alessandra, and is flown into Alessandra. Seems to sort of become non-corporeal.
Oh, yes. So we did.
What it's going to do is it's
Run
going to roll
away.
an attack against Alessandra. Okay, so it makes a spell attack, and the spell attack adds
Plus
one
11.
moment. Rolls
A
a
1.
1.
It rolls
Therefore,
a 1.
fails. It tries to kind of fly through you and just misses. Right.
That is the best one I've ever seen.
Nevertheless, it goes through your square, but doesn't actually make contact with you.
Yes.
It continues on
Ooh.
and sort of wheels back round, and as it does so, it returns to corporeality. It ends up in the northeastern corner of the Hall of Welcome. Only one other thing remains in the bad guy's turn. Burple, Sessions, Parker, and Buggy, who are all in the eastern atrium. Can you give me perception checks, please?
17 sessions.
17's not bad. 17's good enough.
Nothing.
11 for Burple.
6. Pointless.
Well, Sessions has got 17, which is enough. Sessions, you notice and you can relay to the others. You pick up with your super hobbity hearing
Footsteps.
from outside,
My ears of danger sense.
from up the steps. You can hear the sounds of some motion. It's quite difficult to pin down what exactly it is. It could be footsteps. It could be something kind of scraping or sliding around on the parched earth outside.
Oh, dear.
Multiple somethings.
From where I'm standing, can I not see?
You can see the base of the stairs.
Ah, right. So it's, yeah, okay.
You can see the light filtering down.
Yeah.
So we're below ground.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You're in the kind of foundational block of the Ziggurat. Ziggurat.
Can I just ask how high is the ceiling in the Hall of Welcome?
I'll just look it up, shall I, in my fully printed version of the adventure.
No more.
Our dear reader,
No scrolling.
Mike, has been running the Age of Worms for his group because he's been listening to us play the Age of Worms, so he decided to do it himself. And now he's finished. He has sent me the whole thing printed out and bound.
Wow.
Cool.
I know.
That's
It is
How
about
many inches?
3 inches
3
thick.
inches thick. God.
And instead of scrolling through PDFs,
Be
right,
flipping-
and you having to wait for ages while I do it, you can now wait for ages as I leaf backwards and forwards through this because I can't fucking find it. Here we go. Just so much more pleasant not being able to find things on the printed version
yeah.
than it is not being able to find things on the PDF version. It's got 30-foot high ceiling.
Right.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
excellent.
Thank you.
On 9, this is round 6, I think, of the combat, or 5 or 6 of the combat. Episode 107, I think. I'm not sure. Uncle Buggy on 9.
Cool buggy. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15.
Your opinions on Obi-Wan are quite outlying opinions, Bonds.
Are they? No, I think it's awful.
It's not like my Desert Island TV series, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was just a bit slow.
I just didn't.
Um,
didn't find it at all believable.
It's gone down very well. As generally, it's been a big success. You hate it, and you don't like the Mandalorian as much as Boba Fett, which is just, well. But anyway, Only Murders in the Building. That's the best television program. Nice and simple. What are you doing, Uncle?
Oh,
Buggy?
yeah, I'm allowed to have my go, am I? Thank you.
We
Yeah,
seem
it's
to
fine.
already
We were
start
just
having your
talking
go.
while you
You've
weren't
done
doing
it's all
anything.
right. Let me
Doesn't
We were
turn
just
around
filling-
during my go.
We were
so-
just filling in. We were just chatting away while nothing
Too
happened.
late. Time's up.
Little shuffling.
Right, I'm moving 45 foot towards the front of the party. So I was in the eastern atrium. I'm running past Parker,
Heading into the hall.
running past Sessions and his stool and cheese. I'm running into the foyer of the main room. I'm going to do a guiding bolt at the angel thing.
Yes.
So I'm rolling
Do
at
it.
+6. Hopefully it's going to do some damage because it's
You rolled to hit, right?
radiant. Yeah, radiant, sir. Radiant, sir.
Radiant, sir.
18.
Hit.
Okay, it does. Oh shit! 8 points of radiant damage. Does it seem to do more damage than I'd expect on this evil thing?
It doesn't seem to do more damage than you're expecting. No.
Right. Okay. The next attack on it has advantage.
Gotcha.
Now
may
I'm
I-
moving back. So 50, 55, 60,
Right.
65,
Back.
70.
Away from the front.
I'm just going behind Sessions
Back
to
past Sessions
reassure him
again.
that everything is okay.
The cavalcade of cowardice. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Just reassure him. know he's
On
been
for it's
nervous.
Parker. If it is the real Parker.
Well, if there's advantage on this creature, I will take advantage of that
Parker from under his
and
tip
move
bath.
up to it. And I'm
Okay,
going to
yep.
hit it.
Okay.
Hitting armor class 14
Oh, because 14 is a miss.
and hitting
Yeah, but advantage,
armor
yeah.
class. Right, so that's actually armor class 23.
That's a hit.
So that's doing 11 points of damage, 6
Yep.
of which
It
is
just
fire.
says the next attack, not the next round of attacks. I guess
All right,
that's
so
why.
that's
Okay.
that one.
Because of a dim
Got it.
mystical
Right.
light.
And then the next attack, well, that must be a hit as well. 12 points of damage. 12 must be a miss.
Yep, that is a miss.
And the last attack
Oh.
is a 22,
It's a hit.
13 points of damage.
Oof. Okay,
And
well, I
then I
mean,
will
it-
step back 1 square. And I can
Oh,
do
no,
that
don't do
without... Why?
Because you then get rid of my sneak attack damage. Unless it's critical for you.
No, I'll stay there where I
Right.
am then.
Well, we go to the top of round 6, I think it is. On 17.
Do your sneaky poos.
Sandy, baby. Oh no, it's a bit sad actually, singing that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Alessandro,
Quick bow attack on it.
let's just talk about the fact that you're in the area of the horrible writhing green gas.
Am I now?
You are. When you moved and hid in that pile of rubble,
Yeah.
you won't remember this because
No.
you could feel the aura of corruption around the pit
Yeah.
surround you. Yeah, that.
I-
Well, there is an effect of that.
I hadn't realised I'd have gone into it. Okay.
would you like to move away?
Yes.
You. Well, then off you go.
Can you show me where it is?
You're not quite-
Because I can't see where it is.
Well, you don't know. You know you're in it now.
Okay.
You're not certain of how extensive the area is. Green tendrils of gas emerge from the pit and then dissipate into the chamber. And when you've been close to the pit, you can feel this kind of aura of corruption, and you feel that it's not good for you.
I will start to move 5 foot away from it, kind of northeast.
You're still not feeling great, I have to say, Alessandra.
Okay. I will take
Is it
another 5
expanding
foot.
this tentacle?
Okay, you feel all right now, Alessandra.
I feel all right now. Do I? And
It's all right now.
I feel all right.
But sing really badly.
Sing really badly and do a bow attack. A bow
Yes,
attack.
hitting armor class.
15.
15 is a miss,
A miss.
Alessandra. Very pleasing after all of that.
Fuck.
Extremely pleasing. I
and-
just need to get my
And
conversion document, because Mike, when he printed out this entire thing for me, also printed out the full conversion document. I mean,
very nice of him. And then 15. So I'm going to fly up, because remember I am flying.
mhm.
I'm going to fly up to the top of these stairs.
The little set of stairs,
Flying up.
the ones that lead
stairs,
up
not
to the
actually
roof.
landing on the stairs. I'm going to fly up.
The stairs just go up the side of the inner wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's sunlight coming down. Are you flying over the stairs,
Yes.
in the stairwell, or are you continuing out into the outside air?
Over the stairwell.
Excellent. And that's it for you?
Yep. As far as I can go.
On 16, Beverly, Heavily, Hobbledy, Hibbledy, Hum.
Hibbledy, hibbledy, hobbledy, hum. Can you explain the shape of these stairs leading out? Is the ceiling slanted in line with the stairs so that I can't... If I were to fly up, for example, could I see straight out?
I would say that the ceiling is slanted in line with the stairs. So you're 6 foot tall,
I am 6 foot, roughly, yeah.
looking up 4 foot above you and a fair way away from you, 30 feet away from you. You can see the edge of the top step, and then bright sunlight past it, and then the walls, and then a sort of slice like you're looking out from a pillbox or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, but I can't see
You
out
can't see
onto
ground
the-
level at the top of the stairs. Your angle wouldn't give you it.
Yeah.
The bottom of the top step is 4 foot above you as you're standing there.
So I'd need to be on the stairs in order to be able to see out.
Yes.
Okay. In which case, question number 2, the fly spell cast by these swords is
Yes.
at will. Is it an action to cast the fly spell?
I think the answer is yes.
Second question about the
Okay,
swords.
there we go. Yeah.
I can tap the swords together to cast a lightning thing. Is that also an action, or is that all I have
Yeah.
to do is tap the swords together?
Yeah, well, what you
Which
have to do
strikes
is...
me as just an interaction with an object.
Right. I mean, again, I think it doesn't strike me as that.
Does it not?
So there we are. No.
Oh,
Weirdly.
Yeah, that's so annoying. I'm just trying it on.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
will cast a second level invisibility spell on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I will move maybe 40 feet to there.
Now you can see the ground.
Yeah.
You can see an arc, as it were, of ground leading out to the wall. The wall is about 100, and I think we said it was about 150 to 180 feet away from the Ziggurat. So you basically got a big expanse of sort of parched, scrubby grassland
Yeah.
that's running between you and the wall.
Yeah.
You can see, just off our map,
Uh-huh.
about 60, 70 feet away,
Uh-huh.
2 giant, horrible beetles that are sort of scything their giant, horrible mandibles back and forth.
When you say giant,
They're at least 10 foot across. They seem to be moving very quickly. They don't seem to be particularly nimble, though. Their mandibles are clicking constantly. You know, like an engine ticking over before anybody properly revs it?
yeah.
You've got a sense that they're sort of tick, 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 so their mandibles are all moving, but you've got a nasty feeling that they could probably go at some kind of rate with those mandibles.
All right.
They've got rotting shells that are dotted with holes through which hundreds of tiny green wriggling worms are squirming and writhing,
Lovely.
and they're kind of roboting their way towards the staircase.
Okay. I'm sort of pressing myself against the wall and
They don't react to you being on the stairs.
I will go back down the stairs.
And on we go to sessions on 16.
Beetles upstairs, bad guys downstairs. All very
Here you
disconcerting.
are, stuck in the middle with poo.
Wait, yeah.
Well, now we know.
Okay.
The Nog has disappeared down the pit, but at the edge of the pit you have got this scary chap that people seem to be.
Aware of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll work on taking out the gun. So I'm going to shuffle forward on my broom of light
Into the Hall of Welcome.
into the Hall of Welcome, just into the edge of the Hall of Welcome, up near Noel Edmonds. I will toll the dead on the flying angelic, evil angelic creature.
Angel of the North.
Angel of the North.
Tell me about the saving throw.
Wisdom
Will
DC 16. Wisdom.
Here we go. Blue dice of power rolling. Is a fail by
Excellent.
this thing.
And it's
Finally.
wounded, I believe, so it should take
It is wounded.
34
Ooh,
points.
Nice.
Cantrip.
It's basically 3d12. You got a 12, a 12, and a 10.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's a good roll. That's a very
34
good roll.
points.
Wow. Pick my jaw back off the floor.
Yeah, then I'll run back to where I was before, and I'll move the crushing coin up.
What kind of damage was that, sorry?
Necrotic.
It's
Oh, wait a second. You don't feel that you've damaged it as much as you were very pleased with yourself for having damaged it,
fair enough.
he says. This creature frantically leaps through its stats and then realizes that it's in better nick than it thought it was. It is them. First things first. Our friend by the pit clanks further forwards at a sort of fairly deliberate pace. It clanks towards Parker and the Angel and the staircase that Alessandra has walked up.
Flown up.
It whispers something in its strange, cuts you to the quick, this voice, strange language that you don't understand. And Noel Edmonds goes, turns around and starts stomping up towards Sessions.
Ah, how annoying.
He only moves 20 foot around.
Then that's all he can do. He will walk up to Sessions, looking menacing and slavering in a zombie way. The angel thing dives into Parker, or tries to, hitting armor class 17,
Nope.
moves through your square,
Mm-hmm.
stays incorporeal, recorporealizes itself, and ends up in the southern section of the chamber,
Do I get an attack? of
flying
opportunity?
speedily. It's not corporeal as it passes through you and leaves you.
Oh, so it goes.
That's right. It goes like it
Five-
sort of
so it's
shifts
5
from being a
feet away.
physical form into a sort of wraith-like,
Yeah.
semi-transparent, semi-kind of whatever form, warbles through you, and then once it's free of you, it then reconstitutes itself.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very annoying of it. Its arms flame again and turn into two long swords. Talking of flaming arms, from the torture chamber, where the writhing green light is emitting, you hear again, and there's another flare of green light, and another one of these things flies out from the northern doors.
They're just grunts, aren't they?
Well,
Scary looking grunts. But
and it's going to do the only thing it can do, which is go for Parker. It does the same thing. It basically does a little flyby attack on you, Parker. Getting that's more like it. Getting a 17, hitting armor class 25.
Yeah.
Okay, it does 17 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Parker, you need to make a Constitution save. That's probably pretty good for you.
That's okay.
I would recommend
Not
you
great.
rolling a number that is, fairly
Large.
big, and I would say that, well, we'll see. You got an alt dice because we're in a new session.
Mike,
Yes.
when the zombie arrived on me, should it not have taken damage from the
Oh, it's you with the clipboard again, isn't it? Did you exclude it
the zombie? I don't know.
from your spirit guardians?
When did he pull it into?
Oh, before you went into the chamber.
If it was there when we did it, I suppose I would have excluded it.
Well, let's do this and then let's come back to it,
Okay.
because that's Parker. Yes, saving throw. Here we go. Oh, that's a big number.
21.
21 is enough.
God for that.
For a moment there, you
Yeah.
felt like it was going to take
had
that
these
life
before,
force
haven't we?
with it, as it flew away.
Yeah.
Not a level drain, is it?
You don't know, but it was just this moment where
Constitution
there's a
drain.
bit of you attached to the trace of it. Burple, are you in such a position as you're still keeping an eye on what's going on outside?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Okay.
down now, so I can't really see very far.
Okay, well, you can hear the Beetles.
Approaching.
No, you can hear the Beetles.
Oh,
They're playing
excellent. What are they playing?
Paperback Writer.
Are they?
Hey Jude,
Okay.
released on this day in 1968.
Thanks for that.
There you
I
go.
mean, that's an odd fact to have at your fingertips, Lucas. The weird clickety Beetles, you hear them get ever nearer to the staircase.
Yeah.
And we move on to Uncle Baggy on 9.
Right, I am moving past Sessions, just past the zombie. I think
Yeah.
I've got a line of sight towards the angel thing that I hit the first time with a
Yes,
guiding bolt.
just. Yes.
Yeah,
You
from
deal
one
with your
corner.
stupid zombie.
Well, I thought we'd take out the guns, just keep...
Okay.
I can't dispel the zombie, I have to kill it. I think it's more effective if I...
Fair enough.
Well, I can if you want. I mean, you can probably dispel it with a snap of your fingers.
Probably.
Okay, +6 on this roll. 23.
23 is a hit. Is this the same thing again?
Yeah,
Radiant, sir.
that's a bit more like it. 17 points of radiant damage. And
The next attack that somebody makes on it before the end of your next turn is at advantage.
Yeah.
Lovely. Is that it from Uncle Baggy?
I'll move back alongside Sessions.
Bottom of the round, Parker on 4.
Right, up to that was the one further to the south is the one that we've already
Yes.
hit.
And you're, I presume that you're taking care to skirt the other one.
Yes,
to
skirt
avoid
the other
being-
one
Right.
to avoid it. Yes. So
Yeah.
the first attack is a 25 anyway, so it doesn't even need advantage.
As it happens, you're not attacking at advantage because you've entered the area of the pit where the corruption aura has seized you. Basically, you're at disadvantage. So we can just wipe that for that one, right? So you're just attacking as per normal. Does that make sense?
Right, and all other attacks are going to be. So I didn't
At
realise that
disadvantage, yeah.
aura was there. I've got a
Right.
better
I don't
idea.
know how many times. I mean, would you like to rethink your round?
I'll
I
do
think I've been
Fangs of the
pretty
Fire
clear that
Snake. Yeah, but it wasn't clear to me where that begins or ends. You didn't say that it moved into this aura.
obviously I've not explained the aura very well. You think probably at 30 foot all round the pit
Right.
there is an awful aura. You're almost certain that you understand how far it radiates out from the pit because Alessandra just moved one square at a time until she was out of it. She had to move till she was about 30 feet out. In fact, 35 feet out.
Okay, well, I will move to 15 foot away from this thing,
Right?
and I will use Fangs of the Fire Snake on it instead.
It's possible to set traps for people in this game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It is if
Okay,
you
well,
just
you're
let
still
them
in. Well, you're still in. No, you're still inside the aura there, Parker.
What?
Is it
30.
visible, the aura?
Nope, it's not visible. You could see green tendrils of horrible vapor coming out
Can
of the
you
pit.
feel it?
Well, you can feel the aura when you walk into it.
So
yes.
maybe he can act on that as soon as
Yeah,
he
he can,
feels
but what Mike's saying is that he can't get
Yeah, but
within
it's-
15 foot of it and be outside of the aura,
30.
which
Yeah,
is invisible, even though you can feel the effect of it.
But that's more than 30 foot away from the centre of the pit. Or is it from
Yes,
the
it's
outside?
not from the centre of the pit. It's from the
outside.
edge of the pit.
Ah,
It's from the
okay,
edge.
well, I will. Hold on.
I'm sorry, it's get cross with me.
But you may as well
I've-
draw
I
the
think
aura
I've-
in, because as soon as you step in it, you feel that you're in the aura, and then you're going to
Yeah.
react. I mean, either you're going to step out and do something different, or you're going to.
Okay, well,
Well-
I would have moved down to here anyway. So I take one step into the aura, realise I'm in the aura,
Yep.
and then I step back and change my mind.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fine. Yeah.
Right, okay, and then I will do the Fist of Unbroken Air on it. So it needs to make a strength saving throw DC 14.
Well, it's not going to make that. Rolling a 4 and failing.
Lovely. So it takes 24 points of damage,
Crikey.
plus
What
an
kind of
extra
damage?
D10 bludgeoning damage, 27 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Yes.
it gets pushed 20 feet away from me, and it's prone.
Okay. If it's flying,
Well, it says, and you knock it prone.
okay. Well, I'm saying it spins out of control or something, and it's going to have to use some movement to right itself. I think that seems reasonable. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
back up and move towards the wall.
So you're running back towards the eastern atrium, but pressing yourself up against the wall around the corner from it. Got it. Okay, that's the end of the round. It is Alessandra on 17.
Alessandra is a little bit complicated. What Alessandra wants to do is...
Is this going to turn into another argument about the aura?
No.
Okay.
No. She's not going to go anywhere near the aura. She's flown up, so she can fly back. Can she, if she was to position herself... To get out into the main room again...
In what way?
When did this one move?
Which one?
The green one at the bottom of the map.
It moved when it was pushed by Parker's fist of unbroken air.
Was it only 10-foot move, though?
20 feet.
20 feet.
They weren't paying attention. Clearly. To get out into the main room, the Hall of Welcome,
Yes.
given that Alessandra's
Yes.
flown up, can she fly at the same altitude she is to get out into the Hall of Welcome, or does she have to descend a bit?
I think you have to descend a bit. I think we've established that the staircases have got sloping ceilings.
Okay, so what she wants to do is descend until she can fly out into the main room.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trivial distance. That's all you flew
Yeah.
up into the stairs in the first place.
Yeah.
Yep.
When she comes out into the main room at whatever altitude that is, can she see this winged angel of death at the very bottom, which Parker has pushed back? Number one.
Yes, I think she can.
Right. Number two, has what Parker has done used up this advantage attack?
No. You had to make a saving throw.
No, it hasn't then.
So I've got a clear sight.
You ignore cover, don't
I
you?
ignore cover. I've got sharpshooter.
You've got a clear shot.
So I've got a clear.
It's not clear sight.
I've got a clear
you've
shot
got
at
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
There we go then. In which case, that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Oh, hitting armor class 27.
It is a hit.
Okay. In which
At
case,
advantage, why?
because
Let's not get into it.
Johnny
Took 20
did,
minutes to establish.
Johnny did something to it which gave an
Guiding
attack
bolt.
of advantage.
Yes, the guiding bolt.
Therefore,
Oh, 1 second. 1 second.
I thought it was the next attack. Though.
no.
No, it's the next attack
The next
that is
attack
made
roll.
on it, but nobody's attacked it because Parker used his fist of what's-it thingy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid
What?
that because it's prone,
Mm-hmm.
attack rolls made from more than 5 feet away are at disadvantage.
What? Well, you hit it anyway.
That's the prone condition.
But I need to be able to attack at advantage.
But it's
I'm
not
afraid
it's not
that-
prone as it's on the ground. It's prone as it's spinning in the air, I think you
You
say.
did say it was spinning in the air. It's not.
So-
I said it has to right itself. Surely the point of the
Mike. You
the
can't.
reason
have
of it is that you're presenting a much narrower target.
You can't have it both
Yeah.
ways.
What do you mean?
It's either on the ground and prone, or it's tumbling through the air. If it's tumbling through the
Why is lying on the ground make
Because you're a
make
smaller
attacks?
target, aren't you?
Precisely, because rather than it being flying and outstretched with its wings out and it being there and present and obvious to shoot, Parker's knocked it over. Now it's side on to you, as if it has been fallen. It's in the air, but it's as if it's fallen.
I
over.
think that's a very harsh ruling, considering that you said
I mean,
it's
I-
flying,
Fine.
therefore it's not.
Would you like to? No, you take another coin from the little bucket of Mike's beneficialness, whatever. Anyway,
So I can attack it.
that's
Threatening
fine.
that
No,
you
I've
at
just
advantage.
got. Let's just hope I've got limitless goodwill.
Oh, we know.
Anyway, at advantage. Yep.
Okay, so I can do sneak attack damage. Is basically the ultimate part of this.
Right.
48
Oh.
points of damage on it.
Yeah.
But there's when I hit it with the bow of the east wind, there are additional things that happen. I just need to check.
Yeah. Tell
Um,
me about them. It's not large, but it is flying.
A creature. Oh no, we're fine because it's not a critical hit. There we go.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that you done?
48 points of damage.
Yeah.
And that is me.
It looks pretty wounded, I have to say.
Well, I hope so.
Burple on 16.
Purple will move to there.
Radio awards.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just moving next to the zombie and will strike it with his sword.
I don't know what its armor class is, but we can look it up. Zombie.
I've got it. It's armor
Oh, cool.
class 8.
There we go.
That's a
Got
hit.
22 hit points.
Not anymore, it hasn't. Everybody's in a very bad mood this evening.
5.
Wonder why.
You're being,
5.
I'm not.
being very, you're being very
Why did
chippy
you
and
think I was in a
rules
bad
lawyery.
mood? Was I chippy?
I mean, literally. Just rewind the last 10 seconds of things that you said.
Oh,
I'm not. What do you think that?
Me neither.
I'm going to use a point of bardic inspiration. Does 5 plus
Yeah.
15, so that's 20.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Is it with my other sword?
Goes, zombie!
Well, that was the sword of Zosiel. I shall now hit it with the sword of Ecosiel.
You're going to
Hitting
stab it right through its micro-pattern floral shirt.
for another 8. So
Any of that's
28
radiant
hair
damage.
flips about.
28 points of damage.
Any of that radiant?
Is any of that radiant? I don't think it is.
Okay,
It's
so
dead.
no, it might stand up again. Hang on, I need.
Oh, yeah. It's got relentless endurance. It's got zombie
So-
resilience.
So just make a roll.
Excellent.
What does it need? Oh, fuck.
17. Yeah, it's back up. It gets back up on 1 hit point.
Anything else in purple?
I'm
No, you can't
looking.
move away.
I'm looking.
Do you not get another bash? Why didn't you just bash it again?
I've used 2
Oh,
bashes.
Oh.
Is these both his bashes?
I've used both my bashes.
He's bashed out.
Just looking to see where this sodding thing is that does the damage.
Which sodding thing?
The bardic inspiration damage thing is called Psychic Blades. So it's psychic damage. It's not.
No.
Sod it.
That's
Oh, well,
really
stay
annoying.
Well, still you are.
Yeah.
Session's on 16.
Really annoying.
Sorry, I tried.
You find yourself
Why does it?
in a bit of a pickle.
What
It's
is it?
a really cool thing. Like zombies, I really like it.
Zombies can
Take
basically
them down
get
to
back
0, they get a save, and if they save, they're back up on 1.
up. Yeah. Over and over and over.
I think I'm going to. It's really
Oh, 1
annoying
point,
that
though.
that one moved.
I didn't. That's talk to Parker. I didn't move it.
I cunningly worked
Just
out where to stand to get all of them.
Everybody's so bad tempered.
Have you got banishment?
Graham's cross with Lucas. Lucas is cross with Dan. Dan
Everyone's
is cross with
Johnny.
I'm not cross
Johnny
with
lives
anybody.
in the van.
What are you trying to say? Trying to say?
Do, 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 do.
You got banishment, Graham, or
Have you got banishment? Sorry.
Yes.
Chelsea are
Well-
losing 2-1 to Southampton.
I know. Isn't it joyous?
Oh, the whole Chelsea thing is just really hilarious.
Pleasing. Well, I
just
mean,
spent
yes.
Brighton lost to Fulham.
Yeah.
It's a Mitrovic score.
Yep.
Fantasy football points. Do 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 doo doo. It's a song I'm working on. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. No, it's not good. No, it's rubbish.
It is.
That's your problem.
Okay. Well, I am going to.
We do a bit of reworking.
You only need to do 1 point, Graham.
Yeah. I just have to work out what I can do.
Yeah, for it to make the saving throw again.
So,
Take your time. Take as long as you
Yeah.
like.
I
Yeah,
will.
we've
Well,
got
my,
all
my cunning
day.
plan's been.
It's not like we've got, 12 people listening to all of this.
Yeah. All of them thinking, well, you'll edit it down so it's much.
This bit I won't. I'm going to let this bit
This bit
crawl out
along.
excruciating. Yeah. I might even drop in some extra pauses.
Excellent.
People will be tapping their phones, taking their earbuds out, making sure they've got battery.
Perfect. Okay. On this stupid zombie, so as a bonus action, I'll drop the crushing coin on its head. Healing armor class 25.
Boo!
it's not radiant
Okay.
damage, is it?
It's force damage.
Okay, I'm
11
gonna
points
save.
of force damage.
Make the save
It
and
rolls a 2.
2. No, it goes plus 5. That's a 5, and
That's
it's a DC 5, so it gets back up again.
What?
show me.
It's a
This is brilliant. Johnny and I want this thing to succeed.
why
Yeah,
why
it's
does it
my-
get it back up again? Why? What?
It gets a Constitution save with a DC 5, and it's got plus 3 on its Constitution save. So you succeeded. So instead of going to 0, he goes to 1.
It's a DC 5.
Oh, sorry, 5 plus the damage taken. Ah, fuck it.
16.
Okay.
Oh, you're all at each other's throats now. Anyway,
And its
Aw.
head is caved in.
Oh,
Well.
poor old Noel Edmonds.
poor old Noel Edmonds. It's not like things are going well for him anyway.
Brilliant.
Reaction. I will take some of the gook from the dead zombie and smear it on Uncle Buggy's face.
That's famously a free action
Yeah.
that you can take outside
It
your
is.
turn. I
Yeah,
remember
just
reading
like
it.
slamming
it's
my
is
swords
that part of the
together.
new D&D 1 playtest? That's one of the first things that they put in the new rules.
It is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Turns me in a rage.
On another number.
Hang on.
It's bad guy time.
Hang on.
Bad guy
hang
time.
On, hang on. I've only taken a bonus
It's
action.
always clipboard, man. Yep.
the zombie was in the way.
So now what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to do part of what I was going to do before. I'm going to waft out into the room on the sweepstake. Then I'm going to try. This will probably be really less effective than I've been hoping, but very exciting. This guy, I'm going to whack the ground with the sweepstake and detonate my destructive wave.
Hey?
Hello.
Oh, that's the one that I
Where are you moving to, Graham?
made up.
Where are you doing this?
Tempest thing.
Oh,
Where are you
over
doing
here.
this?
You feeling all right,
Yeah.
Graham? What is this? Where are you standing when you do this?
He's there,
within
apparently.
You're going to move your miniature?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the chamber.
Yeah, within 30 foot of both of
And
them.
when you say this guy, which guy do you mean?
The purple skeletal one with
What's
the
your
maggots.
speed, Graham? What's your speed?
My speed is 50, Dan.
Okay.
I'm going to be moving backwards as well.
Loving this man.
Oh, it's a bit spiky.
Loving this.
Spiky.
Snipe
Yeah.
at each other.
So it's
Lots of it.
40 to there.
It's like you're all
I've
in the
still
back
got-
seat of a very long car journey and I'm driving. Mate,
Can I just check?
Dan's in my bit of the seat.
Can I check how close Dan is?
Anyway, which one are you going for? Sorry,
Both of them.
the
the skeletal
maggoty person.
maggoty person and the wingy guy nearest me.
Yeah.
The other one,
Androgynous.
androgynous,
Yeah.
would have been in range. I could have got them all in range, but you moved him, unfortunately.
Well,
Not you, Lucas.
As has been mentioned
Numerous.
now at least 5 times.
Okay.
Anyway, you're flying on this broom and you basically crash it into the ground.
Yeah, well, I have to tap the ground, so I obviously have to fly down to the ground and strike the ground. That's part of the description of the spell.
Tell us all about the spell because I've never heard of this spell
Okay.
before. And
Divine energy ripples outwards from you. Each creature within 30 feet must make a Constitution save DC 16. Just these two.
yeah,
I'm choosing
each creature within 30 feet. I understand. Hold up.
each creature I choose within 30 feet.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's a very important clause.
Yeah, no, that's why I was joking about how far away Burple was.
Yeah, got it.
Constitution save DC 16, and I'm going to channel divinity
Yeah.
through this spell.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm making saving throws, is
Yeah.
what's happening, right?
Mhm.
Okay, rolling for the second angel of the north, getting 20 saving. And rolling for the Kyuss Knight, maggoty-eyed, Master Nasty. Ooh, getting a 6. What was the DC?
16.
16.
That's going to be enough. Okay, well, let's talk about what this does.
It takes 5d6 thunder damage, but because I channel divinity, it maximizes at 30 points. And it takes 5d6 radiant damage.
Oh, radiant, sir. Yeah.
16 save to half.
All of it saved to half.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not popular, but it's not the end of the world.
If he fails his saving throw, he's not prone.
And he's not flying.
And then I
He's
just
not-
shuffle back.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, Graham.
Would be. Anyhow, I felt like I really was excited. And that's probably the end.
I thought that was very exciting. I
Right,
agree with
that
you.
was exciting.
Sessions will
How'd you
do
do it?
this adventure.
Despite all of
Character order,
the efforts of
character
your fellow characters to stop you doing it, he doesn't seem to take as much damage as you were expecting, but he does seem to be not prone. Confusingly,
Confusingly. Okay, well, I feel like I achieved something.
he stands up.
That's half his movement.
It's 3 squares of movement as per our convention.
What D&D Beyond lacks is a method of tracking spell duration.
Yeah.
And there aren't so many spells with
Walks
durations
up.
anywhere.
To sessions.
So he walks into the
This
Spirit
thing.
Guardians,
He-
yeah?
Does. He gets a saving throw.
He's made it.
Yeah, he takes no damage. So that's it. He walks up to you. Sessions, can you make a DC 18 wisdom save, please, as he whispers at you?
Maybe.
Also, oh no, we'll worry about that in a moment. Yeah.
He's got a lot of movement. Yes, 26.
Well, he looks like he's moved, but you don't know quite what's going on with all of that.
He gets a free whisper, does he?
Well, you're not
I
sure what's
see.
going on with all of that.
I
That's the
see.
point. I'm very sorry, he doesn't do that, but I've given away something that he can do.
Okay.
He can do it for free, but he can't do it now.
Right, I'll just save my 26 wisdom saving throw for later then.
Yeah, sure, you can do that if you like. Oh, and that's also a thingy action.
A legendary action.
Oh my god, I didn't realise. Yeah, you can definitely save that 26 saving throw. Great. Yeah, that's fine. Angel time. It's angel time. Do 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 do.
There's no need to be afraid.
I'm already very afraid.
At angel time.
On a 1, it's going to go for Alessandra. On a 2 or a 3, it's going to go for Sessions. Only can see Burple. It can see everyone. Okay, I'm going to roll a d10. It's not going to go for Buggy.
Well, he can't see me anyway. I'm hiding behind her. Oh, sorry, hiding. Sort of. I'm small enough to be concealed by Burple.
Your avatar, when it's quite small, looks like he's got bunny ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Uncle Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Angel number 1 is going to fly at Sessions. It turns incorporeal and flies.
Although that was the second angel to arrive. Isn't that surely angel number 2?
We're going to have a big... Okay. Fine. Angel number 2
Has to spend 15 movement.
turns incorporeal and flies directly at Sessions and into Sessions. Probably missing, but you never... hitting armor class 18
Is a miss.
through Sessions.
It's a miss.
And heads up north towards Alessandra and becomes corporeal again.
When does it?
Angel number 1.
When does angel number 1 or 2 become?
It goes incorporeal just before it enters your spirit guardians, and then recorporealize itself just as it
outside.
leaves them.
Okay. Yeah, just checking.
Angel number 1, I think we've agreed,
Yes.
flies north towards the pit, sort of staying at an angle, and then calls a flame strike down on Burple and Buggy.
Jesus.
Column of flame, 40 foot high and 10 foot wide, rains down upon you. Can you give me dexterity save, DC 19,
Eesh.
and then we'll do the damage.
Okay, come on. Oh, fuck. I'm going to
Do you use your Ort
an
dice?
Ort dice. Yes, I shall use an Ort dice. And yet my Ort dice never work anyway.
Oh, dice, by the way.
See what happens.
Oh, yes.
No, well, not needed. Uncle Buggy?
Okay, I've got danger sense, so I'm rolling at advantage.
Yeah.
+2 on this one. 21.
You save. First of all, you take half of this much radiant damage. Radiant, sir? Just
Oh,
gonna
I don't
double-check
need
that it's
to
radiant.
use my Ort dice, Mike. I'll use
Well-
a charge from my Ring of Evasion instead.
I'm sorry, but you used your Ort dice, right?
Only because I didn't know what the Ring of Evasion did.
Too late now.
Well, you haven't rolled the damage, done anything. I'm just declaring a slightly different way of getting a save.
Fine. I mean, it saves your Ort dice is the point.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're going to turn me from nice Mike into nasty Mike. Those of you... Well, you take half off because you both saved, right?
Yeah.
No, you didn't save. You're taking half damage with your fail. Is that right, Burple?
When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend one of its charges to succeed on that saving throw instead.
Oh, okay. So you take half damage.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought evasion was what you were saying is like you take half. Apparently not.
Fire damage. You take 25, so 12. And then you take half of the following amount of radiant damage. Another 19, so another 9. So a total of 21 points. Yeah.
So-
some fire, some radiant.
How much was the radiant?
19 points.
So you rolled 19, so I take 9, but I'm also resistant to radiant damage. So do I take half of half, or how does that work?
Yeah,
So
you take
9,
half of
so
the remaining
4.
damage. Yeah. And then finally, from behind you, Uncle Buggy and Burple. Clattering down the stairs come these giant beetles. As they clatter down the stairs, they start their awful, clattery song.
Oh, jeez.
How does it go?
We need a song, Mike. How does the song go?
It's a chittery noise. I'm not doing a chittery noise. It's a maddening chitter. You can feel it get right under your skin. You got a horrible feeling that this awful noise is going to kind of get into your minds and drive you absolutely to distraction. And the first one also sort of sweeps up and its giant mandibles open to strike, bears down on Buggy, and we will find out
Oh.
what kind of damage these things do and what that maddening chitter is going to do to you all when we pick things up next week.
Nice.
All beginning to look a little bit.
It's quite scary, this, isn't it? There's
It
quite
is,
a lot
yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
Just a lot of annoying stuff.
Well, if you just, you're all so grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
I'm not. What do you mean?
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Spire of Long Shadows and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Spire of Long Shadows was written by Jesse Decker. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening. Thank you.